shouldn't have choked him. I'm not saying you police choked him, but somebody choked my child.
Graphic new video released this afternoon shows a confrontation with police that led to the death of a Lockport man last year. Good evening, I'm Hannah Buehler. The state attorney general released police body camera footage of this incident. Troy Hodge died after the run-in with police officers and sheriff's deputies. Gilad Malama takes a closer look at the more than 1 hour's worth of body camera footage and shares the thoughts from Hodge's family.
Troy Hodge's mother knew something was wrong with her son when she called for help to her home in Lockport last year.
He ain't himself.
No.
The body camera footage does not show what happened when officers first arrived, only the perspective of officers who were called in for backup. The footage shows several officers holding Hodge to the ground. At one point, an officer stands on him. He can be heard repeatedly moaning and saying no. About 10 minutes into one piece of footage, an ambulance arrives. Attorney General Letitia says the release of the 5 videos is for transparency and accountability as the investigation continues.
We're relieved in the sense that the full story is finally getting out. Of course, it's a very traumatic time for the family, but they understand it's an important step in obtaining justice for Troy. And more importantly, it's an important step in ensuring that this doesn't happen to somebody else.
Lockport Mayor Michelle Roman calls the release of the footage, quote, questionable because it's only partial evidence and the city was not told to release anything while the investigation was ongoing. She wishes Hodge's family had a say in the matter. The family's attorney says they learned yesterday the footage would be released.
We were in conversations with the family as to whether they wanted it released and when they wanted it released, and they were preparing themselves for the release. And I don't think there's ever a good time to do it.
He says the family hopes the footage becoming public will lead to calls for police reform.
Mrs. Hodge wants to see change, first and foremost in her community in Lockport. But I think in a bigger picture, she wants to see change across the country.
Gilad Malama, 7 Eyewitness News.